Okay, y'all, this is your boy Hellraider here. I'm gonna bring you today a first look for you new guys and for you guys that don't really know how to make your create a class. Create a class is getting more and more of a big deal in every Call of Duty because they're basically providing the meta for the game. So for your first 20 levels, 25 levels, you're pretty much going to set up your creator classes about the same, with the same perks, maybe same equipment. It's not too much, it's going to change too much. But I'll run through it real quick with you guys. So my first creator class setup is, the perks are pretty much going to be roughly the same. I might change it depending on the gun or the game type. But I run 6 cents, which is really great if you're rushing. If you're in the enemy territory, it'll kind of give you a blip or maybe a directional on where the enemy will be. It's a great perk to have on. It saves lives. It even lets you know maybe if you didn't know if anybody was near you. Fast hands. Always a good perk. It's good for submachine guns, good for every weapon really. Better for assault rifles and submachine guns, shotguns, that good stuff. Um, it lets you swap weapons faster, which is switching to your secondary or switching to an offhand weapon, and it lets you aim faster out of sprinting, which is great. You can get the drop on somebody, especially if they're not expecting it. Blast suppressor. I use blast suppressor over gung ho, especially for right now. Blast suppressor lets me jump around the map and not make blips, so I can flank easier. I can wall run. I can jump into water, jump out of water without causing a blip on the radar and someone knowing I'm there, so I can get the drop on people from behind. It's really good. It's really like safe, good flank route, good stealth route. Um, right now, because concussion grenades are kind of overpowered in my opinion, I run tac mask on a couple things, so concussion grenades don't do jack shit to me, and I can continue on fighting without any problems. Um, for starter weapons, the KN4 is, or KN44 is really good. I know a lot of people that still use it. It's very powerful. It's very accurate. It can do a lot of damage. It's a pretty good assault rifle. The HVK, or the Havoc that a lot of people are calling it now, it is like the FAMAS from Black Ops 1. So it has a really high fire rate. It's not as stable as the stats may lead it to be, but very good, pretty decent, pretty decently strong. You can set it up to be like almost like a submachine gun of assault rifles, so you can get the drop on people at close range. The ICR, it reminds me of the M27 or the M4 or the ACR from Modern Warfare 2. Very accurate, a little weaker on the damage side, but you can pretty much snipe people across the map. This is the weapon I'm currently using right now. I love it. It's really good. It's really comfortable. And the Man of War. Man of War is kind of like the Scar H. It fires slower, so if you're going to use this gun, you want to get some distance between you and your target, so they can't basically get the drop on you. Um, it's a well-rounded assault rifle. I do like it. Right now, what I run with that weapon per se is high caliber, so my headshots do more damage. Because since it is slower, you should be aiming for the head to knock people out, and it pretty much knocks them out in 2 shots. Depending on your playstyle, though, the KN44 is probably your best bet, or the ICR or the Havoc. These are probably two of your most, or three of your most moderate rifles. Submachine guns. The Kuda, I hear a lot of good things. A lot of people like it. It's a very sturdy weapon. It is like a three shot kill, 4 shot kill, pretty much every time, depending on the range. But my preferred submachine gun overall right now is the VMP. This thing reminds me of the MSMC. It's so strong at close range. It fires so fast. It pumps so much damage in a short amount of time that people can't react to it fast enough. In the beta, I used the Weevil a lot, only because of the magazine. It gave me 50 rounds in the magazine, so it's basically a P90, and you could just spray. Well, not spray. You could just, you could keep on firing, even though they're trying to run away or they're trying to push back, and you could just not let up and burn them down. I was playing a game yesterday against a kid who was using this gun, the Vesper. It's like a scorpion. This thing is like the VMP. It pumps down damage, or it pumps down a lot of bullets in a short amount of time, so it can really just like melt you like butter if you're not paying attention. The Razorback is good in the beta, but I haven't used it yet. I imagine it's pretty solid still, but we'll see. But for beginning weapons, Kuda, VMP, Weevil, Vesper is a little bit of a skill because its fire rate's so high, so it's very jumpy. But these three are pretty solid for submachine guns, for definitely the first to use. If you're using like the Kudu or the VMP, you might want to have Gung Ho on your creative class, so you can fire from the hip while sprinting, and so people don't get the drop on you right away. Shotguns right now. Shotguns are a little, I would say, a little below where they need to be for damage and range. But I use the KRM because it seems the best to me. You can knock out people in one shot, or you can get really disappointed because you didn't kill them in one shot, and the pump action takes a little longer than to be desired. The Breccia I used in private match, when it says reliable two-shot kill, it's literally not kidding. You need two shots to kill people. I got point blank with like a bot, one shot at him, or point blank in the face, just pumped him, and didn't die. I had to use two shots unless he took damage previously. The Haymaker, I used it in the beta and it was terrible. I avoided this gun at all costs. Maybe they buffed it, maybe they didn't. We'll see. I wouldn't suggest using it though, not as your rush weapon or close range weapon. The Argus, the futuristic model 1887. This thing has more range than the KRM, better hip fire kill, but slower pump action or lever action. So the animation's slower and it takes more time. But you'll most likely get your kill if you're at least accurate. Light machine gun wise, BRM is solid. I love this machine gun. It reminds me of the LSAT from Modern Warfare 2. It's very solid. It's very balanced. It's very accurate. It can knock people out of range. It can knock people out of close, depending on your attachments. The Dingo, I don't like this light machine gun. It fires really fast, but it feels like I'm shooting marshmallows every time I fucking use it. So it's kind of shitty. At least that's what it felt like in the beta. Maybe it's a little bit different now. Gorgon, a lot of people's fan favorite right now because of its ability to two-shot anything, even with a silencer. I'm personally not a fan of it. It's a little wonky. The hit detection's a little weird. It could be because of the servers today and the last couple days for opening weekend. But this playstyle with the Gorgon really pisses me off because it makes a lot of people just sit in the back of the map or on high points and just fire off shots until they get that guaranteed two-piece. The Dredge, I've only seen a couple people use it online, but this is actually one of the most unique weapons in the game because there's never been a burst light machine gun before. 6-round burst. If you hit all 6 rounds, they die. I don't know the actual burst damage, if you need 3 or if you need all 6. If you need all 6, you're going to be running through ammo like no one's business, and you're also going to be hoping to kill them in that first burst. Sniper rifles. The PO6 was garbage in the beta. I would use it. The Locust is like the ballista from Black Ops 2, so it's pretty solid, but you do have to aim upper chest and head to get one-shot kills. If you aim below, you'll get a hit marker and you'll have to follow up or kill him with a pistol. The Draken, even though it's like the SVU from Black Ops 2, except it's more accurate in my opinion. Basically, this thing is like an MK14, especially if you put the ELO sight on. So if you can get this weapon up to level 10, you can murder somebody pretty easily with the Draken. The SVG 100 is like the DSR after patch, so it's a little bit slower, but it's pretty much a guaranteed one-shot. If you're not good at sniping, if you're not good at taking your time, I'd avoid the sniper rifle classes altogether and just stick with light machine gun, assault rifle, and submachine gun. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you have the creative class space, always throw on the first rocket launcher or a black cell. I say this because for your first like 40 levels of your prestige, you do not have ghost. So taking out UAVs is going to be a big deal because they will, if you don't, they will know where you are and they will murder you every single time. Let's see. Hardwired, I use that on my rushing classes when I'm going to be in close proximity to other enemies because it makes their sixth sense not work as well, but my sixth sense is still working just fine. Let's see. Yeah, I got my shotgun class to get in. The RK5 is a solid pistol, by the way. Sidearms are pretty strong. They're not really weak like they were in Advanced Warfare. Sidearms knock some people out. They added more kick to the RK5, so it's a little bit more fair, but you can still murder people pretty easily with it. And that's about it for my creator class. I made one class setup that's just my light machine gun that has the black cell, which is used to take down like UAVs and care packages and whatever else. And this is like my anti-everything. So I have blind eye, I have cold-blooded, I have blast suppressor still, so I can move around the map. And this is what I use when there's a lot of shit in the air that I need to take out because my team won't do it or we just don't have someone that does it. If this helped you, please leave a like, favorite, subscribe. If you have any questions on a creator class or what weapons you should be using, I can give you class loadouts, I can give you gameplays, I can show you whatever you want. And this is Hellraider, signing off.